Hi Pisces, welcome. This is going to be your you versus them tarot reading, and we are going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And let's go ahead and get straight into it. Pisces, let's see what the overall crowning energy is for you and the person you're connecting with. You have the card of Leo. Some of you could be connecting with a Leo, have that in your birth chart, and or it's just simply the influencing vibes around the connection. So this card talks about love, of course, and being expressive when it comes to love, communicating how you feel. It talks about confidence and being more warm and inviting, okay? That could be what you're looking for right now in this connection, or also what you might be exuding during this time frame. So let's see what is your overall supporting energy is the 5 of Cups. Okay, Pisces. So some of y'all may have had some disappointments when it came to love, or have been maybe feeling a little bit out of sorts or not like yourself lately. Maybe even having bouts of sadness possibly, especially if there's been any recent big changes or losses in your life. So let's see what this person, wow, the 5 of Swords. Okay. All right, so you have 2 5s here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a third. Sometimes 5s talk about conflict and change. That could have been something that has occurred in the connection or during this time frame, could be an issue. This card also talks about conflict, okay, and loss, and kind of getting in your own way, a sense of feeling defeated as well. So it seems that you both are kind of in the same boat. I don't know if you really want to be in the same boat, but it definitely seems like you have very similar energies going on when it comes to just like how you're feeling in general right now, or how you're feeling towards the connection. So let's get into this and see where this is going, Pisces, and what you need to know about the situation. So I'm going to look at the recent past energy and what led up to the now moment. And then we are going to look at your perception of each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, and most likely future outcomes. So let's get started. Recent past energy for my Pisces. You know, it's interesting that I was getting intuitive downloads before I actually started this reading. And one of them was about not pushing against a situation or an experience or a person. Sometimes when, you know, life is hitting us hard, or when we're not in a good space mentally or emotionally, it's easy to start pushing against our environment or our situation or another person. And our ego does this, right? To kind of make us feel like we're a little bit more in control of what may seem out of control for us. But anytime you do that, you tend to create more of a problem, more conflict, more of what you don't want. And so from a spiritual perspective, no matter the situation, the approach should always be get into alignment and then. And what I mean by that is get into a space where you're at peace, where you're in a loving mood, and then make your decisions based from that platform, versus getting yourself into a tizzy or feeling drained yourself and then making some sort of impulsive decision out of that emotion, which will always backfire. And so the overall message here, Pisces, is get into alignment and then, you know, some of you might have something going on where you feel like maybe you need to rail against it, or that you need to fight for something, but Spirit is saying that will just perpetuate the problem. And so keep that in mind as we go forward in the reading. And if this part isn't resonating with you, then it is for your cross watcher. So take it as it resonates. That message could also be for them if they've been the one kind of fighting or railing against a situation. Okay. So recent past, as I'm talking, is the Devil, the Page of Cups in the reverse, and the 2 of Cups. So there seems to be something here that, Pisces, you may have inadvertently closed yourself off energetically in regards to this is talking about like being stuck in your shadow, being closed-minded, being closed off in love in general or towards another person, even if it's a significant person. Some of you just did really, I heard some of you just did a 180, okay, emotionally, or that might be a thing during this time frame, and specifically towards the retrograde, which begins on September 9th. But what I was going to say is some of you, like a true water sign, may have retreated, you know, into yourself as opposed to expressing how you were feeling to another person. You may have cut yourself off emotionally or been in this place where maybe you shut down emotionally because you were dealing with things, right? Which is okay. That's not a bad thing. But I get a sense of like you kind of shutting down or shutting off when it comes to this person, or maybe just in general, you know, not feeling connected yourself and therefore not really wanting to connect with others. It's a lot of introversion. It's a lot of introspection that I feel going on with you, Pisces, and a little bit closed off. So I feel like some of you in the past may have been so focused on, you know, the issue or the problem with something that you may have kind of closed yourself off from anything new coming in or from the solution coming in, especially when it came to this connection or relationships in general, right? Which, doesn't that make sense as to why I got that intuitive download right before I started this video? So let's see what this person's recent past energy is, Pisces. The 8 of Cups. You know, I have a lot of Pisces friends, and y'all tend to be very private. Not all Pisces, but a lot of you do tend to be private when it comes to things that are really meaningful to you, or when it comes to how you're feeling. Especially when you're not certain of how you're feeling, or especially when you're not feeling good. Water signs have a tendency to kind of recede into their shell a little bit until you start feeling a little bit better, which again, I don't think is a bad thing. And I feel like some of you did exactly that, or are doing that. All right. So then we have 8 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords out twice. Didn't I just get ready to say, I bet there's another 5 that comes out. 5, 5, 5. That might be a significant number. Check out the meaning of that. So this person definitely has went through some things where they may have felt like rejected, at a loss. Really? Okay, so the message I'm getting from this person is like a sense of defeat. This I can't win for losing type of mentality. Feeling like they're headed towards something better and that things are going to work out for them, and then getting, you know, some sort of opportunity or glimpse of things improving, only to go like right back downwards. I'm hearing downward spiral. So it's kind of stemming from this person's, it is stemming, sorry, not even kind of, they're saying it is stemming from this person's perception though, like how they perceive themselves, how they perceive their life. And this person tends to go towards the negative of like, things don't work out for me, you know, I can't win for losing, like this defeatist type of mentality. And because they think those thoughts, they keep attracting proof of what they don't want, because that's how law of attraction works. You get what you focus on, whether you want it or not. And so this person has kind of created a lot of their own drama, but they may not be aware of that. They may not be aware that their thoughts are powerful, or that they get in their own way like that with the way that they think about things. And I actually do feel there is a lack of awareness around this, or at least there has been in the past. But sometimes life gives us like a wake-up call, and it could very well be a wake-up call coming through for this person during this time frame, or you, Pisces. So let's see. Let's see what the perception is. What's going on in the headspace for Pisces and the current energy. Yeah, I feel like some of y'all really don't know, what to do sometimes. You're searching for solutions yourself. I feel like some of you are afraid of making the wrong choice because maybe you've made the wrong choice in the past and it didn't really pan out. But you know what? We go through things like that for a reason. It helps us to better define what we do want, but also who we are. So see it as a growth experience. There is growth coming in for you during this time frame. So I feel like once you kind of get out of this analysis paralysis, you being able to make the decision that is best for you, or some sort of opportunity coming through for you that is right on path. Hold on a second. So some of you might have something come through and you're not really sure like what the growth potential is. But I feel like whatever is popping in during this time frame, whether it has to do with the relationship, or for some of you, this is like money or something in the work arena, I feel like it definitely does have growth potential, and to open your mind a little bit and explore a little bit more around that. All right, and stop doubting or doubting yourself, Pisces, or questioning, is this right? Isn't this right? Some of y'all have trouble following your intuition because maybe in the past you felt like, oh, okay, my intuition led me in the wrong direction, or you've made mistakes, and you're afraid of making those mistakes again. But again, if you get into alignment first, before you make any major decision, you will not go wrong. Which, FYI, you can't go wrong even if you do make an impulsive, reckless decision, because you can't get off of your path. You are carving your path, and Spirit's always going to have your back, and things will always work out in the end. It's just things go a lot easier when you make decisions from a peaceful, loving place. That'll put you on the path of least resistance, I should say. Things could feel a lot better along the way, but you really can't get it wrong. And so to remove that fear, but there's some sort of decision or something that's popping up in the energy where they're wanting you to get really clear first, but also to see the potential and to be willing to explore a little bit more, okay? As it pertains to the connection, if there's been confusion around that, I feel like there is a potential to explore something or learn something new about each other during this time frame. So let's see what's going on in this person's headspace, Pisces. There's a song that keeps popping in and then I lose it. Maybe it'll come back. All right, so this person has the Knight of Wands, Justice, the Magician, and the Page of Swords. So I feel like, Pisces, this person might have felt misled or even unlucky in the past, but I'm getting that they are headed towards a better direction or the right direction. They're ready for some changes, some movement, some action. They are definitely wanting more balance and peace in their life and wanting to manifest just that, right? There's something that this person is learning, okay, about themselves or about the connection during this time frame. And it's stemming from this place of resistance, though. Like, I feel like this person has kind of gotten in their own way in the recent past and therefore may also have trouble trusting their own intuition. Y'all see the correlation here? Like, you seem to have a lot in common with this person if you were really being honest with yourself, because, and maybe it is that too, like, you tend to match each other's mood, which law of attraction would make certain of that, but it's like this person also has trouble trusting because of the way things have panned out for them in the past. And at the same time, like, they are ready to get back on the horse or take another chance or another leap towards something in hopes that it kind of works itself out, right? And they have all of the tools to manifest this. It's just whether or not they're going to get into alignment with it. There's a lot of skepticism showing up in this person's energy as well. I don't know if that's just their persona in general, but it certainly isn't helping them, right? Skepticism is like it's okay to be analytical, but skepticism has that air of pessimism to it, which works against them, right? It really does. It works against them. All right, so let's go into the emotional space and see where we're at there for Pisces, the 8 of Swords. The Moon, the 10 of Wands, and the Chariot. So Pisces, things may have felt like a struggle. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Like things feeling a bit like a struggle, getting all in your head, and things maybe feeling a little bit heavy. And there's a heavy caution around this Pisces to not make impulsive decisions from a place of lack, because you'll produce more lack. There's this strong message here, Pisces, to get into this more loving and warm space and come to peace or come to terms with something and then make movements forward, right? Like, don't skip over the self-work. And that can be difficult, right? Because sometimes it's just easier to change the environment, change the relationship, run away even, rather than face our own demons, to face our own emotions. But you take you wherever you go, so you can't escape your own vibration, which is why it's so important to first get into alignment with yourself, to love yourself, to come to peace with yourself before you proceed into your next chapter or make any big decisions. And so I cannot express how many times and how important that message is coming through, but it is, right? So there seems to be like this emotional struggle going on that seems to be building up, and the propensity might be to escape or pack up and leave a situation. And Spirit's not saying that's right or that's wrong. It is what it is. Like, you have free will, make your own choices, right? There's no wrong decisions. It's just a reminder to you that you are going to take you with you, even no matter what. So you still have to just remember that, and to prioritize your emotions, prioritize feeling good. It's almost like get into a space of feeling good and then, and that will work out better for you. Let's see what's going on in this person's emotional space. This person's emotional space. So hard. There's a song. Baby, I hit so hard, reminding me to forget. Doesn't matter where you are. And that song is playing. King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Let's get one more. So I feel like, wow, this person's ready for some action. I feel like, yeah, this person might have suffered some blows in the past. They thought they were going towards something better, and then it turned out they reproduced a situation, or the grass truly was not greener. They've come to some sort of realization about that, though, and now coming to a place of like, okay, I'm ready to try again or go a different direction with this. Emotionally, I feel like this person wants to be more generous, to be more open or giving towards the connection. And this is all about emotional expression and coming forward with that, but in a more generous, in a more open way. Sometimes life does kick our butt a little bit to remind us of what's most important to us. And it could also be that that is what has happened. This person has gotten some sort of wake-up call, or they are getting some sort of wake-up call that is kind of pushing them into getting in tune with what's actually meaningful to them. And then also it's pushing them to start acting from that place, or taking some sort of action around that. I'm sorry, there's something else going through. To start acting from a place of love as opposed to resistance, because maybe they were coming from a not so good place in the past, and now they're reaching some sort of understanding here, or like I said, some sort of wake-up call that's helping to open them up more emotionally. This could be like a, death of the ego type thing, Sometimes when we are so prideful or stuck in our ego, we have a tendency to get reminders that humble us, right? And so there might have been something that was like very humbling that has happened, or that is humbling this person, and then it's helping to remind them of what it feels like to be more loving, or it's reminding them to be more loving and appreciative. So even though it seems like a bad thing, I actually feel like this is a good thing. And Pisces, remember, this is a general reading, so that could also be a message for you as well, but take it as it resonates. All right, so let's see. Most likely future outcome, which is based on free will, meaning you can change the outcome. But let's get a snapshot. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. And right in the middle came the Lovers and the Seven of Swords. And y'all know I'm going to clarify that one. So I actually feel like let me come back to this. Okay. Things are going to stabilize, all right, as we go into October time frame, but could feel it as soon as mid-September. Things are going to stabilize here, and you're also getting reminders about what's important to you. And I feel like there is something that wants to pop into fruition that you're being encouraged to explore a little bit more, or to be a little bit more open-minded about. There's slow progression here, Pisces, and finally clarity, solutions coming through, a clearing up of something, right? Communication for some of you that's helping you to make better decisions for yourself and for your life and for all involved. But there's something else going on here, and it has to deal with, I feel, this connection. But it could be any relationship in your life where there's distrust, not trusting this person possibly, or maybe Pisces, you are keeping secrets from this person and you would know which one of those is. There's something being hidden around the connection, okay, or that has yet to be seen. And I'm going to clarify this, but sometimes they won't give me clarification, and sometimes they will, but let's see. Some of y'all have like suspicions or paranoia around relationships, maybe stemming from past issues, maybe things that this person has done to you in the past that always has you looking for some sort of hidden motive. But it doesn't even have to be related to this person. Maybe you learned not to trust your parents when you were little, or somehow you've had some damage happen, in the past that has left some scarring, we'll say that, and has left you unable to trust when it comes to relationships. So take it as it resonates. But either way, there is definitely like paranoia or insecure thoughts surrounding the connection. I feel it coming from you, but it could also be coming from this person. Who did I get that message for? About Sagittarius. Some of y'all, if you have Sagittarius in your chart or dealing with one, check out the Sagittarius reading. But this seems to be impacting this connection, even if it's not related to this connection. There could also be secrets coming out around the full moon or shortly thereafter in regards to like someone's feelings about a situation, or this person's feelings towards the connection, or vice versa. This is really interesting. The Queen and King of Cups. Okay, so that applies to both of you. Oh my gosh, y'all in the same boat again. Here we are. So you both have same or similar trust issues in relationships stemming from childhood. You're not as different as you think you are from this person, Pisces. But a lot of you do know this. A lot of you do see the similarities with this person. And that's no coincidence. Law of attraction will always bring you a perfect match. But it's something both of you guys are needing to resolve and do the inner work about. You can't even, like, this is not like a he said, she said, or it's this person, not me. No, it's the both of y'all. Let's just be honest, right? Which relationships are always a two-way street. I know our ego wants to make it like, no, it's them, not me. It's just easier to shift the blame, right? But it's always a two-way street. No matter how it seems on the outskirts, on the outside of a situation, it is always a two-way street vibrationally. You better believe that. All right. So the World, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups on this person's side. I definitely feel like this person is trying to take the mature approach here. Maybe they haven't done that in the past, right? But they have learned a valuable lesson that kind of gave them a wake-up call that's helping them to remember what's meaningful to them. And they're super clear on this, right? And so I feel like this person is coming to the realization, right, of what it is that is most important to them. And what is it? Family, home, love, security, union, clarity, truth, answers, you know. And you also have that same energy. Y'all keep matching each other's energy. And the only thing coming in between you and this person getting that of what you want is these unresolved trust issues that seem to be lingering in the background. And you may be conscious of this, Pisces, or you may not be conscious of it. Like, a part of our spiritual journey is becoming self-aware and discovering new things about ourselves, both good and bad, right? But it's a process. And so you and this person are going through the same like emotional processes right now that's helping you to wake up a little bit more to your part in things, that it really is a two-way street, and you're responsible for what you attract into your life, but also what you attract out of other people, as are they. And also, what is really meaningful to you? You know, what is priority to you? And there's being some sort of wake-up call around that. Wow. Never a dull moment. Let's see what the guidance is, Pisces. Stay connected is this person's guidance. It says, oops. It says, we are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important reminder to stay connected. Okay, wow. So they're not giving me another. So the guidance card is for the both you and the person you're connecting with. Think about that. It says stay connected. Let me read it one more time. We're all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life. Now is an important time to reconnect with your source. What is your source? The part of you that is well, that is love, that is peace. And once you get connected with that part of you, Pisces, that's the inner work. That's what they're saying. That's the inner work. Don't overcomplicate it. It just simply is coming to peace and loving yourself. That's the work. And to reconnect with your higher self. So, wow. All right, zodiac signs you could be connecting with or having your own birth chart. Let's go there. I've got Gemini. You could be dealing with another water sign, Pisces, Cancer in particular, but also Scorpio. I have Capricorn here, Leo, Libra, Virgo, okay, or Taurus. Those are the primary, and Gemini, if I didn't say that. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook, and I'm doing a full moon collective reading over there for a small price. You can join me. I'm going to meditate on the group collective and deliver a reading for all that join. Plus, I'm going to be answering questions out of the chat or pulling cards for a select few. If you want to be a part of that, then don't forget to purchase your ticket before Friday. It's Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make the live, that's all right. You will still get the recorded version. All of that is linked in the description box below, as well as the link to my Instagram. Follow me there as well. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Pisces. And until next time, my friends, namaste.